The presidency of Donald Trump is not only continuing to be a comedy of errors, it is supporting our report last week, which has since gone viral, that Donald Trump may sadly be suffering from the early symptoms of dementia or Alzheimer's. President Trump just left the Oval Office on Friday without signing the executive orders that he was there to announce after muttering a few words to the microphone. I'm gonna play the clip for you here, okay? And you'll notice that Mike Pence, if you're watching, realizes Trump didn't sign the executive order and sort of comes back into the room and casually tries to grab it afterwards. I'll just take this, pay no attention to me. And there's also a bizarre moment which shows you the unraveling that's going on at the Trump White House. At the end of this clip, you'll see that Steve Bannon looks completely perplexed about what he just witnessed, Trump leaving without signing the executive order. And usually when you're the president and you're at the White House, people open the door for you, right? You always see it's either Secret Service or aides. They're opening the door for the president. Because no one had any idea that Trump was about to just walk out, he sort of awkwardly has to open the door. And it's a moment like when George W. Bush wasn't able to get out of a room during a visit in China or something like that. I don't know if you remember that video, Pat.
Barely, yeah. It's also strange because he's hosting people at the White House, too.
And he just
leaves. To only show up and speak for 2 seconds and then take off. It's kind of rude, isn't it?
Bizarre, and it is continuing to fuel the idea that Donald Trump may have something cognitively going on. Let's take a look at the video here.
Thank you, everybody. You're going to see some very, very strong results very, very quickly. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, today with your tweet, were you trying to tell the Justice Department to grant immunity to Michael Flynn? Were you trying to do that, Mr. President? Was that your intention, Mr. President, sir?
Thank you, President.
Mr. President, was that your intention, Mr. President? Was that your intention, sir?
There, Pence grabs the executive order. They try to play it cool. And people start to wonder whether he signed it.
So he didn't sign them?
He did not sign them.
He did not sign them.
Wow.
They were not pre-signed, right? He has yet to sign them. Is that correct? Steve, do you know, has he signed them or?
We'll inform you when we get back to the press.
Just that look on Steve Bannon's face for those not watching. It communicates a very long, That's what was communicated by Steve Bannon's look. And it truly seems that aside from any cognitive issues that could be going on, Trump is in a hell of his own creation here, right? Just sort of slinking out of the room. Maybe it's depression. I don't know.
He's definitely upset. My theory is that he did initially forget to sign the executive orders, but then when Pence reminds him, he's like, all right, I'm not going to turn around at this point. That would look even worse.
Right. He says, we'll just sign him in the other room. And it really seems like this is a White House in shambles. And our report about Donald Trump's signs of early dementia or Alzheimer's resonated with many people. And to be clear, that's not something to make fun of. That's serious. You just don't want the president having dementia or Alzheimer's, and his body language, the way he just sort of defeatedly walks to the exits, make me think he is legitimately depressed and or there is something cognitive going on here.
We suspected as a president that he would just kind of be a figurehead and sign things that other people had written for him.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's not even able to sign the document.
No, somebody else has to actually remind him that he's got to sign it. And it's now being discussed that maybe the reason Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner are there is because of the cognitive concerns, another possibility that people wrote to me about over the weekend. We'll continue following it.